Okay, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of music montage there. Me and Cody are putting down square patches on this wagon because honestly, square patches are strong enough to handle anything that I'm going to throw at this thing. And they're not really patches. They're butt splices. This wagon broke at the butt splice. Like I said, when I welded it the first time, I didn't do a very good job because honestly, the bales that I was producing at the time were about 800 pounds lighter, 600 to 800 pounds lighter, and the gear was in a different position, and the weight of the hay wasn't actually on the splice, on the bottom side of the splice. It was on the top side of the splice, which there was a square patch on, and it held, or a square splice, or what do you call it? A gusset, I guess you would call it. But anyways, a lot of guys are saying oval or square, or oval or rectangle or triangle will be stronger. Well, not really. Go under a bridge and look at those. They're all square. Look at structural steel, repairs or butt splices are all square or whatnot, so this will work just fine. Okay, so I haven't really kept up enough on this wagon, but it's almost done. These are the patches, not the, these are the patches. So, as you probably see, Cody welded the majority of one side, and I welded the other. So this is Cody's side. He did the majority here and did okay. So what I did was I took 1/4 inch flat steel. I made a 2-inch patch across top there, and then, or a 2-foot patch across top there, and then a 1 foot right over the seam. Welded it all together. I'm sure someone's going to tell me to drill a hole and weld in the middle, but I'm not going to do that. Ground out the entire seam on that one 100%, and then laid a weld up through the center, splicing on both sides of that. I did this side over here, if I can get my fat butt over here, and this is the side that I did, and so as you can see, I used the MIG welder, and I did gouge that out with the torch. And then I ran the grinder up through, and I welded a bead right clear up through to the top of that, so that whole seam is welded solid. Same regiment here, 2 foot, 1 foot. The top, when I flip it over, I am going to run a bead of weld over top of the original flat steel, I think, if it's not broken. It's right there. You can see there's a little crack there that has to be attended to, but I'm not going to work on that until I'm done with flipping it back over. We've cut the reaches out, obviously, and this is what Cody's going to do. No, Cody's not going to do this today. I'm going to do this a little later today. We've got it butted up against, and what I'm going to do is weld a bead across the top on both of them, and then I'm going to take that jack, and I'm going to jack it up and get it solid, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to weld this. Oops, I'm going to weld this and that. And then I'm going to grind that black paint off of there, and I'm going to put patches across that, very similar to those. And that'll be the end of that on both of those. And when I'm done with that, I'm going to change my bolt-on design that I had for this side. They got bent up pretty bad in the aftermath, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to sledgehammer those things back flat again. And I'm going to heat that up, and I'm going to get it where it needs to be. And I don't know how I'm going to mount that. I don't want to weld it solid, but I think I probably will end up using those bolts, but I'm not 100% sure. I have to use them on the front side because if you see, I cut that thing and it's going to hit that piece of pipe. So I'm probably just going to weld a heavy duty angle iron here on this side and then run that up into it. I don't know, I'll figure something out. But here they'll go right up along the sides and be okay. And they'd probably be just fine with just 2 bolts on the front, the 2 sides, and maybe a bead of weld across the back. I don't know. There shouldn't be any flex in it at all because the front end pivots back and forth, if you didn't know. And this is a 20 ton or 22 ton? 22 ton? It's a 485. So I'm not even exactly sure. Where are you going? What? Why? Why? Okay. Well, that one's ready to go. That one's ready to go. So anyways, Tim's moving stuff around. I'm going to take Joseph over to the field. Hey! I'll meet you over there. All right, so me and Joe are going to go. So that's that. Hope you stick around for the rest of this one. It's quite an interesting deal.